I don't know who is picking these schedules out. I don't understand how the NFL makes any decisions on how these schedules are set up every single year. How does the Jets, who were the worst team in the AFC East, have the 5th hardest schedule in the NFL this year again? Last year, they had the 5th hardest schedule in the NFL. The year before, they had the 7th hardest schedule in the NFL. This team has been one of the worst teams in the NFL, if not the worst team in the NFL, since 2012. They have had the longest drought on making the playoffs in the NFL right now. And the fact that the Jets, year in and year out, have these kind of schedules makes me sick. I understand Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. I understand some of the acquisitions that they made in the offseason. That doesn't matter. It is what the team did the year before. Now, I understand they're in the AFC East. I understand Miami's better. I understand Buffalo is good. I understand the Patriots are a pain in the ass. But to give the Jets the 5th hardest schedule, and by the way, out of all the teams, even in their division, and they're playing practically the same teams, the Jets have the hardest schedule out of any of those teams as well. You have Buffalo, game number 1. It is at home, so it does benefit the Jets. It still worries me because it is the Buffalo Bills. And we don't know what the Buffalo Bills are going to be this year. We thought that they were going to bring in a free agent wide receiver. They did not do that. Gabe Davis did not show up in the playoffs last year. I see the New York Jets this year, if they want to make a move in this division to win game 1 against Buffalo, take an early advantage in the AFC East. You're going to be at home. You want to win week 1. Give Aaron Rodgers the momentum going into week 2 in Dallas, which he has absolutely killed Dallas for years in Dallas. Now, it's not with Green Bay, but this is a better, more talented New York Jet team. The Jets, the last 3 times they've met the Dallas Cowboys, they have beaten the Dallas Cowboys. And not just beat them, they have pulverized them. And that was with quarterbacks that are no longer with this team. The Sam Darnolds of the world. The Mark Sanchez's of the world. The Jets are positioned. If they could beat Buffalo, they could go 3-0 in their first 3 games because I believe the Jets are going to sweep New England this year. I don't think New England is anywhere close to the New York Jets as far as talent is concerned. And as long as Aaron Rodgers is healthy, I believe the talent on the field will show that against the New England Patriots. Kansas City, week 4, I don't know if they win this game, but it's a statement game. This is going to be a primetime game. With Kansas City coming to New York, this gives the Jets an advantage. Now, Aaron Rodgers has to be Aaron Rodgers against Patrick Mahomes. And even if they lose against Kansas City, if they can compete with Kansas City, if they meet in the playoffs, the Jets will have the confidence that they can beat Patrick Mahomes and that Kansas City Chiefs team. Now for the Giants. This is going to be a really, really hard schedule. The Giants made some moves this offseason. They bring in Darren Waller, a weapon that the Giants haven't had in a while. Here's the problem. Darren Waller doesn't stay healthy. They don't have a number 1 wide receiver. I like what they did in the 3rd round. Hyatt is a good wide receiver. He's not a number 1. He is a number 2 guy. He will be the future number 2 guy. I was surprised that the Giants didn't bring in a free agent. There were a couple of good free agent wide receivers. Maybe Odell Beckham. I know he wanted a lot of money. Maybe Hopkins. It would have made a lot of sense bringing in a veteran guy to help out with some of these youngsters that they have. Robinson coming back from injury. They drafted him in the 2nd round last year. I love what their tight end did last year too. Bellinger, he had a fantastic year as a rookie tight end, which they drafted, I think, in the 4th round. Yep. I think when you look at this schedule, they never do well when they play the Cowboys in the first game in week 1. Arizona's going to stink. They should beat Arizona. San Francisco, we don't know who their quarterback's going to be. Is it Sam Darnold or is it Trey Lance? Their defense is sensational. It's going to take them a while to figure things out. It took them all the way in the second half to figure things out. And then they went on that crazy run all the way to the NFC title game. Seattle's going to be hard. Miami is going to be difficult, especially if Tua is healthy. If Mike White's the quarterback, they have a chance. If Tua is, it's going to be hard to stop that running game and stop that secondary with Ramsey and Howard. This is going to be a fun team to watch this year, especially in their secondary. Buffalo is going to be hard. Washington, it's a divisional game. Anything could happen. The Jets, that's not going to be easy. They should beat Vegas. They should beat Dallas at least once this year. They should beat Washington. They should go on a 3-game winning streak. They should beat the Raiders, Dallas, and Washington. I don't care if they have to go to Dallas. They do very well in Dallas. Washington, they've had problems in Washington. The Patriots are always hard, and the Giants are going to have problems with them because they like to run the ball. And last year, especially the way the Patriots like to use their running backs as wide receivers, the Giants had problems in those screen pass plays, especially as you watch them play the Eagles. They could not stop the running backs when they were catching the ball behind the line of scrimmage.